guys, welcome back to the channel. The 15th of March, we're going to take a look at Arcblock slash Tether daily chart Gate.io, the data provider here on tradingview.com. Little sea of red here we're seeing this morning, the 15th. In the cryptocurrency markets, we have a lot of red. We have Bitcoin so far pulling back pretty aggressively after hitting our 73,000 mark. We'll talk about that later. Arcblock, on the other hand, actually holding up quite well in the midst of this sell-off. So Bitcoin down just about 5%, pretty big move, 4.95%. Arcblock currently down 1.75 and actually off the lows. So it's actually holding up very good, showing strength in a sea of red here in the cryptocurrency market, some distribution. Let's take a zoom in here on Arcblock. Welcome to the channel, guys. Appreciate it. So we have so far our actual low, I should say, is still in place and holding. That would be the 6th of March. $1.46 it looks like is the low. We have support at $1.49. That's holding as well. We got tested on the 9th, and we almost got down there today, actually. Today's low was 151, so not quite down to $1.49,800, but very, very close. So there is some nice support below the Arcblock chart for this Gate.io data here. And then our overhead resistance is at $1.63,800. So we're ping-ponging in between these two levels right here. We'll see how much Arcblock can hold up. I mean, if Bitcoin really starts to sell off here, it's going to be interesting to see what Arc does. I don't see how it could buck the trend and continue a breakout higher, especially if there's the weight of Bitcoin moving lower. If Bitcoin trades sideways, that's a different story. I think we could see all kinds of things happen, including actually higher moves in these altcoins. But if Bitcoin really starts to head into a distribution phase and head lower, then I don't think these coins are going to be able to buck that, at least for very long. But on the positive side, like I said, Arcblock is holding up very good, and it's actually off the lows quite a bit when you have Bitcoin down over there 4.98%. So a couple levels to keep your eye on here for Arcblock, and then we'll get into Bitcoin. So it's the same as carryover from the last video if you watched that. We have right below the market is $1.49,800 for support, which has been holding back in here. Let's see, that our low so far is on the 6th of March. We have another test right here on the 9th. And then today we didn't quite get down to 149,800, but we got close. So we're going to watch that level below the market as support. Below that is $1.36,200. That's right here. So those are the two levels right below the market. Above the market is $1.63,800. That's this white line on the chart. We're going to watch that. Look for a break above that if price continues. And you can see we're in this range here. Basically, this sideways range, we're playing right around 1638 and 1498. Above that, if markets really start to rally, 243 would be our first stop. 243. Then if we really start to break down, $1.02460. That's this blue line on the chart. So there's a very large range here that we're going to keep an eye on. All the way up here to the 243, all the way down here to $1.02. That whole spread there, if markets start to break out higher or if markets start to break down lower, guys. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin down 5.25% right now, a little bit more than that. Guys, doesn't mean the move's over, but it could mean that we hit our level perfectly up here at 73,494. So far, we have the candle wick on the 13th as well as on the 14th. Both of those days double topped off of 73,494 as resistance, guys. Talking about that level, it came into play perfectly, and now we're getting a reaction to the downside. It's all very normal. Whether we continue back higher and make new highs, that's anybody's guess. Below the market for Bitcoin as potential support as this market pulls back, if it gets that low, would be 66,032. That's this first purple line here on the chart, 66,032. Below that, guys, 64,375. That's the second purple line on the chart. Both of those levels, the 66 and the 64, you want to see the market find support there, if we get down to that level. But so far, we have a top in place for Bitcoin, a double top right at 73,494. Exactly how the levels work. Just like this, the market hits it, trades up through it, closes below it, and then we could actually see a reaction back down to lower in price, which is exactly what we're seeing. Whether this picks up any momentum or not and really continues to the downside, who knows? This could just be a one-day sell-off. Maybe we hit down there to 66.32, and then the rally does continue. But right now we're seeing a lot of red on the board as Bitcoin goes into a selling phase. Now, if we start to rally again in Bitcoin, I think that phase is when we really start to see altcoins start to pop. Any that are going to, anyways. So keep your eyes on those levels, guys, for Bitcoin. And then back to ABT USDT. It's holding up very good. Once again, 149.8, 163.8 are the two levels. And then we have a range all the way from 102 to 243 if markets really start to show some volatility here. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you are not yet joined, go ahead and do so. Appreciate it. You guys have a great Friday.